What's up guys, Ghulam Ahmed with Gene Activated. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to do the leg press exercise. So the first thing we're going to start off is with foot placement. So I'm going to teach you different various foot placements and why it's important to know where your feet are going to be when you're going to do this exercise. So to start off with, we're going to get onto the leg press. So there's a few different types of movements that you can do with the feet. So when you change the foot placement, the actual movement and the muscles that get targeted also change. So the very common one is the one that everybody starts with, which is like about shoulder width, which is pretty much going to hit mostly predominantly your quads and a little bit of your butt. As you go further and further out, it's going to hit more and more of your butt and the inside of your legs at the same time. So we're going to start off with a very wide grip if you want to use more of your butt. So we're going to go like this. And this is going to use more of your butt and the inside of your legs. As we get closer and closer, it's going to start to use more and more of your quads. So this is going to use a little bit of your quads, your hamstrings, and your butt. But the narrowest grip is going to use almost all of your quads. So these are the various different positions that you can put your feet in when you're doing the leg press exercise. Now, the next thing that you want to make sure when you're doing the leg press exercise is that you want to be able to push from 3 points of contact. One is going to be your heel, the other one is going to be your foot, the ball of your foot, and the outside of your feet. Okay? A lot of times people push with their toes. That's not good. That's going to put a lot of pressure on your knees and could potentially cause a big knee injury. So what you want to do is you make sure that you're pushing off of your heels. Okay? Now, the third biggest mistake that I see with the leg press exercise is that people lift their butt off of the pad here. So what we often see people do is they lift their butt up because they bring the weight down too far down on themselves. So when you're doing the leg press, you want to bring your knees back as far as they can go before you start to feel your butt and your lower back lifting off of the pad or the bench that you're sitting on. If your lower back and your butt lifts off of the bench, that is what causes a lot of people to have low back injuries and low back impingements, because all of that weight is now on your lower back that is now curved in a curved position. So you want to make sure that your butt and your lower back is always planted firmly on the pad, on the bench here, and that when you press, you come back only as much as you need up until, depending on your flexibility, depending on how much stomach you have. Sometimes people have a really big stomach, so they can't get that far back because your stomach stops them. So you want to come down only that far, and then you want to push back. You want to be able to control the weight coming up and coming down. So a lot of times people kind of just, do a little bit of small range of motion. You don't want small ranges of motion either. You want the range of motion that your body allows. But you want to be able to do that in a controlled way. You don't want to just keep pressing the weight like that with your legs. You want to be able to do it nicely and controlled, contracting the quads and the muscles that you're trying to use at the same time. So I remember I mentioned the different grips earlier in this video. So today I'm just going to go with the neutral shoulder width grip, just to target basically all of my leg muscles. So what you do is you push a little bit, okay, and then you're going to unlock the bench. So the way you unlock this one is you pull in and then you push up. This is going to be like in most gyms. You're going to pull in, push the weight up. So now when you're coming down, you want to come down nicely and controlled. So you want to first fill some air in your belly to contract your stomach so that it can hold the weight that's coming down on it, right? Now right here, I'm going to come down and then I'm going to push back. Now you see how nice and controlled this is? I'm pushing with my heels, the balls of my feet, and the outside of my feet as well. Now I'm not locking my legs. This is another big mistake people make, is they lock their legs like this. When you lock your knees, that feels comfortable, but it's actually a lot of weight on your joints, on your knees. And the only thing that's holding the weight together are your tendons in your knees, your ACL and your PCL. If those give out, your knee is going to snap out of the socket. You might have seen a lot of Instagram videos where guys have a lot of weight and they lock it and the knee literally pops right out. So you don't want to do that. So you want to have a little bit of a give in your knee. So this is a little bit of the give that I'm giving. See this? So I'm just going to keep it here. I'm not going to fully lock. If I lock, that's going to put a lot of strain on my joints. So I'm going to come down nice and slow and controlled. Now this is where my butt is not going to come up any further and my butt starts to come up from the bottom. So I don't want to do that. So for me, it's about here. I'm going to come here and I'm going to push back. Here and push back. Well, you also want to make sure that your neck is back. My neck is up right now because I'm showing you how to do it, but keep your neck back. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just like that. And then once you finish, again, don't lock your knees, okay? Keep a little bit of the give, hold it in, lock it. That's it. So there you have it, guys. That's how you do the leg press exercise. Let me know what you guys thought. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more exercises. I'll see you guys next time.